This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi and Don Dubuque. Paradise, Louisiana is presented by Farm Bureau Insurance, Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Pods, Moving and Storage, solved. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Louisiana Fish Fry Products, and by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.
Welcome to the Super Bowl edition of Paradise, Louisiana.
Super Bowl edition. Super Bowl's over with. That's history. It's done.
Yeah.
Philadelphia won. Brady and the Patriots lost. Just move on. Just move on.
Well, you get sort of ornery in your...
No, it's not ornery. I mean, you know...
You used to get excited about...
Yeah, but we got fishing to talk about. We got turkey season coming up, the conservation order. We got a hog hunt to talk about, and you want to talk about an old Super Bowl.
That's history. I just want to congratulate you. I was a Patriot fan, but we had two LSU guys. They're going to get Super Bowl rings again.
I don't like Philadelphia because of their fans. Team's okay. I don't like the fans. Some nasty people.
This year, you got where you didn't like the Saints because they didn't stand up for the national.
Hey, look, I like a team that's good, okay? It's just like I like my meals. If the food is good, I'm going to support it, and I'm going to say it's good. If they're bad, they're bad. Okay?
I'm not going to push you in the spot no more. Just tell me now. Well, I had a busy week.
I know you did.
We got Mike Anderson. Mike Anderson wrestling. He went out on a hog hunt. Don't know exactly what he got, but he's a tremendous outdoorsman. His wife, Lindsay, is another outdoor lady. Talking about women in the outdoors. She's probably going to co-host Paradise, Louisiana in the future and a bunch of times. So we got a lot of things coming up. We got a lot of our old friends that I want to congratulate. One of them is the voice of Paradise, Louisiana, your radio show, Lynn Rollins. Lynn Rollins is going to be inducted to the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame.
Well deserved.
Been there a long time. I was listening to Jim Henderson, you know, and he's retired, a good friend of yours. A long time ago, y'all used to fish together.
Well, we never really got a chance to because we were on competing stations, or he was busy, or I was busy. But now, the first thing he did was he texted me and wanted to know when the Cajun invasion to Alaska is. I think he's coming with us. We're going to be fishing with Jim.
That's a very great deal. He gonna go. I never been to the Cajun invasion. Maybe now that you're gonna be doing a lot, maybe I might just take a chance so I get to see you.
There's plenty of room in Alaska.
You in the crib? Huh?
Just bring your coat.
You gonna give me a break? Money-wise? You gonna give me a break?
I don't sell the trip. That's up to them. They probably charge you extra.
Wait a second.
They'll probably be extra for you.
You scared of Mike Black Cloud on me. But look, Jim Henderson, like you said, he's been a legend. He's talking about being 7 times Louisiana Broadcaster of the Year, which they elected. Lynn's been 4 times Broadcaster of the Year, so it's
well, you know, everybody was calling up telling Jim Henderson stories on the radio. My favorite Jim Henderson story was, you know, the famous Akeem drops the ball quote.
On 4th and 14, we'll punt it away. He hangs it very high, angling it for the near sideline. Hakeem drops the ball! Oh. Hakeem drops the ball! Brian Mills might have fallen at the 10-yard line! You gotta be kidding me! They lost the New Orleans State football! Brian Mills, the most unlikely hero of them all! Falls on the fumble, the muff by Hakeem!
I remember, like most people, exactly where I was when that happened. I was sitting in a tree stand on the banks of the Mississippi River, north of St. Francisville, when I rattled up a 7-point. And just as I made that long shot, Jim and Hokie made the Akeem drops the ball, because I was listening to the game on my headset while I was there. So I named this deer you're looking at, this rack anyway, Akeem. That's his name, and forever shall be.
Well, I got a bunch of Lynn Rollins stories, because Lynn, for the last 15 years, been on Paradise, Louisiana. And I guess 5 years he's been the voice on a voiceover. He's just a tremendous outdoorsman, tremendous guy.
That's kind of funny that, you know, the sports guys that do the sports broadcasting, Lynn and Jim, they're big outdoorsmen. They love to fish. Lynn loves to hunt. And we hunt and fish from broadcast job, but we love to watch what they do, the sports.
It's unbelievable. But Lynn, you know, he been all over, all the stations. Right now, he's CST, he covers all the other conference right now. He used to cover the playback at LSU. He's just so well-rounded in his sports. He's knowledgeable, and he's opinionated too. Not quite as bad as you, but he's very opinionated.
Is that bad? It's bad to be opinionated?
When you're hunting and fishing, you don't want to talk about it. He's around some of these great athletes, coaches.
Right.
You like to know, you know, they get an inside track sometimes. What you think about them guys? And they say, oh, that coach, he look good on TV, but you in person, he's a butt. You know, people might say that about us in public. You know, you see him on TV, but you meet him in person, they're a butt. But I hope not. But Don, you know, we got to give a shout out for them, and nobody more than I love than Lynn Rollins, and I wish he had more time so he could come on here with us. But we got a lot of fishing trips planned up with Lynn. Hunting season's about over, so I don't know if he does rabbit hunting, but he loves to chase the bass. He loves to chase speckled trout and redfish. So, and his brother's another big outdoorsman. So.
Well, stay with us. We got an hour to go here.
Oh, yeah, but I want to welcome, you know, here you see this?
Well, yeah, I was wondering, you been to a Mardi Gras parade lately?
We know we always talk about tourism. We've been pushing tourism and everything else. But right now, we partners with the Louisiana Parks Association. All your state parks right now, we're looking, pretty soon we'll probably have either Billy Nungasser or Robert Barnum. They come on here. There's some changes coming, as tight as the budget is, but they're pushing state parks. There's some great parks in this state. A lot of people are missing out, whether you're from Louisiana or not. So, you know, you'll be seeing commercials for state parks, and you'll be seeing us visit state parks.
All right, we're at Bergeron's Boudin Cajun Meats, the original Bergeron's in Port Allen, where you're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana. Voted Best of Louisiana Outdoors 3 years in a row.
In Louisiana, our state parks are the perfect family destination. With nearly 180 miles of trails through park grounds and historic sites, you can endlessly explore nature, try some kayaking or world-class fishing, then find the perfect campsite or settle into a cozy cabin. Louisiana is calling, and she's using her outside voice. Plan your escape today at www.lastateparks.com.
Okay, Brett, safety and car insurance.
Never scored a safety. That's defense. But go on, please.
Yeah, defensive. That's exactly how you should drive.
There is no such thing as a defensive drive. Offense makes the drive.
Oh, I mean when you're on the road.
But it doesn't matter, home or away.
Okay, clearly I'm striking out here.
That's baseball.
Get great auto rates from Farm Bureau Insurance. Call your agent today.
Pause moving and storage.
We just sold our house.
Congratulations.
We have 2 weeks to move.
We'll deliver a few containers.
Our new home's not ready.
No problem. You can store things with us while you're between homes.
We might need help.
We'll refer trusted packers.
We'll be staying at my brother's.
Well, that sounds...
He has kids of his own.
Well...
5 of them.
Ma'am?
Help.
Trust us for local and long-distance moving and store at our storage centers. Pods, moving and storage, solved.
And welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, where Bergeron's Boudin Cajun Meats, the original location in Port Allen, where they also have a very nice restaurant. I want to invite you to stop by and have a great meal here. Gary, we had some winners that you wanted to talk about for this next event that you made a trip to. David DeLucci, who was here a few weeks ago.
The Bulleyes and Badges, the inaugural tournament they had, and David DeLucci was promising about it, talking about it, and you're all excited about it. Did a tremendous job. I just want to shout out. You go down there to the gun range, they had roads cut, and he did it with a machete, a whole lot of things. You know, they got all your gun ranges, but that whole facility is out there. It's a joint between the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office and the police, and it must have been 20 law enforcement agencies out there that were competing against each other in the law enforcement area. By the way, the winners in law enforcement, and you'll see this at the end when they're giving out the awards, is the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office. Now it was close. They almost had a shoot-off, but once they got to looking at all the numbers, and that was the last thing they did, East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office was the one. The number one law enforcement agent, the individual, was Philip Duke. By the way, Philip Duke is from St. Alphonsus. He went to school up there, and
before you or after you?
Oh, he was. I've been out there a long time.
Everybody's been after you.
Long,
okay.
Yeah, you know. And the individual, non-law enforcement, was Gannon Fall. Now, Gannon was raised right down the street. His daddy, Mac Fall, and all, they'd been a coach in East Baton Rouge Parish and famous football player from Southeastern. So we had a lot of home flavor. David and them did a tremendous job. All their wives and cousins and everybody else, they put it on. Tremendous deal. We talked to some of them. And the lady that you watch on TV, when I tell you her name is Miss Hicks, that you see her doing it, she's a tremendous hunter, and she was in the competition for a long time. So here we are. This is Bulleyes and Badges.
Smith, and I'm with Baton Rouge Police Department.
David McDavid with Zachary Police Department. One of my team members here, Scooter Boyette. They're doing pretty good right now. I think we're going to finish the top, but I got to watch out. Sid Gotro's in the woods, and he's pointing arrows and doing some kind of funny stuff, so I'm going to have to watch out for him.
He's always doing funny stuff.
Yeah, he's trying to help Casey Hicks and them out. But we're doing good right now. We got a good team out here, but we're enjoying this event. It's a great thing to raise money to help law enforcement. And, you know, it's a good time out here right now.
John Demper with East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office.
I'm Monty McGlosh. I'm from Iberville Parish Sheriff's Office.
You know, I think we're doing good. We've killed everything we've shot. And, you know, it's a great cause, so we're just excited to be a part of it.
You know, I want to thank everybody that was involved in this, David DeLucci and, you know, so many people that put this thing together. You know, we're doing it here at the East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office and Baton Rouge City Police Range. We have a joint range here, so it's been a joint effort on our part to get the facility ready for this, but it's only going to get better. You know, I was talking to David earlier. I said, you know, it was a great turnout for this year, and we're going to keep up this range and improve it, and hopefully we'll have a bigger and better turnout next year. But I can't thank the people enough for it, man, because it's going to such a wonderful cause, and you know, the people that benefit from this are men and women who really are in need. And
been a tough couple of years.
It really has, Gary. You know, I've been in this business for 42 years, and the last 2 years have been the toughest 2 years I've ever faced. But we're getting through it. God's helping us, and we're going to get through it, and the people are helping us, and that's all, you know, we're going to get it.
Jesse Pinson with Baton Rouge Police Department.
Todd Morris, East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office. It's a great event. It's a great event for the community to come out and support law enforcement, you know, and we just appreciate all their support, you know, so we're very thankful for the community supporting us.
I hit every target. That's all I was trying to do. I was just trying to hit the targets. I had fun. Had two great guys to shoot with. It's for a great cause, trying to raise money to help these policemen. They need the equipment, and so this is something I think is very well needed. I'm looking forward to sponsoring again next year.
I tell you what, it's been a great deal. You also got a big coming up on the 3rd of March. You do the Merge Center, and you got to come up
at
the Artistic Bass Tournament.
Oh yeah, we got all our stuff starting to happen. Angola Rodeos in April for spring rodeo. We got our anniversary sale in May. So yeah, we got all kind of stuff happening.
Thank you. Jerry Lane's always involved. Keep in touch.
Well, thanks, Gary, for all you do.
I know you're very competitive. Old baseball, and you keep coming out.
I hit every target, that's all I know.
You got to tell me your name. Everybody said, I was watching you shoot practice a while ago and you missed one. You said a bad word, I couldn't put you on TV.
Yeah, that's right.
Now everybody comes and says, go talk to that guy. You just had 14 points on a 30-yard shot?
39.
Huh?
39.
39. Okay, look. 30-something. Look at that. That's what you call a recurve?
It's a recurve, yeah.
Okay. Tell me your name.
Dave Hire.
And who you with?
I'm at East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office.
Sure. Yeah, congratulations. Y'all doing good.
Thank you.
Place. For first place with an 895, he will win a 25-quart Bison Cooler Slumberjack backpack, a Reinhardt Pyramid target, Dead Ringer broadheads, Dead Ringer peep sight, and a release donated by Craig Fitz and Wild Game Innovations, a True Fire chicken wing. It is Gannon Fall with the 895. Our first place winner, Gannon Fall. Gannon Fall. Here. Winner goes to East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office. Team number 1. EBR Sheriff's Office, team number 1. I mean, maybe we need to recount this again. Something's fishy here. Something's fishy. Come on up and get a picture and accept your trophy.
What a turnout you had, David. What a great job. Just so, just imagine this year. You had a rain. By the way, it was raining before I got here. I come here quick. They got all the shooting.
It got harder when you came here.
No, it didn't, David. Don't start. Just black cloud stuff. Now, Gannon Fall, the winner. Gannon, I didn't know you was raised in the neighborhood. St. Alphonsus boy. I didn't even know you was a boat.
Yeah.
That good. You've been
shooting, yeah, basically hunting for 10, 15 years, and picked up a target bow last summer, and fell in love with it.
It's pretty good. How many people you had shooting in his division?
You know, overall, we had about 150 shooters today, overall, and that was a combination of the law enforcement teams and the individuals that came in and shot this morning. I think it's a fantastic turnout.
Well, the law enforcement guys, I got to see the course y'all set up. I know you was out here with a machete. It was perfect. It was a great job. I know you're all excited. I talked to some of the sponsors. They're all excited. Sid Gotro and all them, some of them other chiefs and sheriffs, they're all excited. They said, wait till next year. So,
yeah. Well, we won't have to wait too long. We're going to come back and do this again for September, is when we're going to do it last year. I want to thank you, Paradise, Louisiana, for promoting this. You guys have been great since
always keep us posted. What a great job. And I'm still waiting on that deal. Gannon, bring it back home and cross that road.
That's right.
Good job.
Great.
Good enough. That's good, Terry. Thank you, folks.
You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Here's how I guarantee my crawfish tastes great every time. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because the flavor is so good.
It has more garlic, onion, paprika, lemon, and not too much salt.
It has much better flavor.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag, pour and boil for great crawfish every time. Welcome to the News and Tournament Report by H&H on Paradise, Louisiana. And Gary, Wildlife and Fisheries news, not a lot of it breaking, but some news coming out. Fishing and hunting license, if you need to get one now, be aware that you're not going to be able to get it at the retail stores. either headquarters at Baton Rouge. You can still purchase them online. They're kind of revamping the whole license purchase system, and that'll be straightened out a little bit later on in the year. Another thing we wanted to tell you about, the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries is conducting public hearings. They've published the proposed hunting season regulations and dates and some changes, and they're giving the public a chance to go in and opine about it. Looking on the website, you'll find out the dates, the times, and the locations. There will be one in pretty much every area of the state. If you've got something you feel very strongly about, just don't tell Gary and I about it. It really counts if you make your word heard to the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, and that's the place and time to do it.
There's all kind of ways to do it. You can do it on the internet, and you
Correct.
also can call the different departments. They usually got in the work
You know,
days.
I've always said that is the one state agency that actually listens to and interacts with their users. Okay, you can't call the highway department and tell them where you'd like a new road, or you can't tell them where to build a bridge. They don't have anything to do with it. But Wildlife and Fisheries, because they feel like they want to serve the public, they do that.
How many times we talked to Larry Reynolds, and he told how important it is.
Absolutely.
And he says, you know, he hates to say it should be biological and science involved in it, but the public who's paying the bills, he thinks they ought to have a say-so. And
Absolutely.
he values what they think.
There's both biological and social issues that do determine the regulations and season days, no doubt about it.
Well, you know, now I'm going to ask you, do they have a potential date so where they will be available at a different location?
Yeah, it's online right now. You can go to Wildlife and Fisheries website.
I know, but you got to get your license now, you got to go there.
Oh, you're talking about licensing. Okay, that's licensing. You can go to headquarters in Baton Rouge. You can go online and get it, but you just can't buy them at the retail stores right now.
But do they have a potential date, or they got to go?
Yeah, it's sometime. I believe it's after April. It'll be held up until about April.
May. Okay. Don, we got so many tournaments that will be coming up. I'll mention them at the end. But these past tournaments, we talked last week a little bit about the Toledo Bend tournaments, the college, Cohort College Central Tour presented at Bass Pro. The winners were Hunter DeSplena and Connor Choate of the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Now, these people come all the way up there in Wisconsin, come down here, and they got a lot of lakes in Wisconsin and all those areas, but they came down here and they won in first place. They had a 2-day total. It was so foggy and bad weather, they cut it to 2 days. They had 41 pounds, which is not bad for 2 days. And the Splinter also brought in the big bass of the tournament. It was a 10-pound lunker. It was going to go in the lunker program. By the way, right now, that was number 14. You know, and it'll run through May. So it'll run through May in their lunker program, and we'll bring in you more about that. But it's getting ready to explode. February, March, and April, the hottest months on Toledo Bend. So
you know, I have a theory about out-of-town teams winning tournaments and defeating the home field advantage. I think the home field guys sometimes outthink themselves. You know, they got all this history of catching fish, where to go, when to go, how to fish, and they think they've got an advantage by applying that. But you take somebody from out of the area and they don't know anything about it, they got to use their natural instincts and fishing skills, and they'll generally do well because they're trying things that the home field guys won't. Just my theory.
Well, most of the Bassmaster Classic people do that. They scout, and then when you're real popular, there's people always, it's supposed to be legal, but you can't help a guy who's in the Walmart or in the store, and they recognize him, you know, pop it right now. People see you and say, Don Dubuque. Say, you know, let me tell you where the fish bite. Now, I'll tell you a story. You say, send it to me, and say, hell, I'm going to put that here and talk about it. So that's the same way. By the way, though, we did have a Louisiana team come in pretty good. Tyler Craig and Spencer Lambert from the University of Louisiana, Monroe. So they came pretty good. But the high school bass tournament, the Marcy Oak Bassmasters, was a one-day deal. Is a Central Open. It was sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods. They were welcome to the beautiful weather. They caught it perfect. And a 17-year-old Scott Springer and Trust Say took home the win with a total weight of 21 pounds, 7 ounces. Congratulations. The high school, like we say again, they're growing by leaps and bounds, and they be back fishing. By the way, they won a $20,000 scholarship. Now, that's one tournament. Another tournament that was held last week, and our good buddy, Mr. Michel, he had a little under the weather. He didn't get it to me on time, but poor guy, he sent it to me. The Fishermen Lake Verret, at the Bayside Tackle to weigh in. That's where I heard there was a bunch of big fish being caught in that area. Steve Galata, Roger Hudnall. Roger Hudnall was one of almost my age. I fished with him years ago, one of the best fishermen around. Steve Galata's another one. I call him Kumbati. He did real good. He had 17.58 pounds. This time of year, that's tremendous. That's a tremendous weight. That's, you know, that's getting up to 3.5 pound average, you know, and they're the big fish. Corey Beard and Alex Perrette, Kerry Beard. And Alex Perrette had 16 pounds, 12 ounces. They had a 6.82, which come in second in big bass. Cody Smith and Justin Myers. By the way, Justin Myers, I worked with him. His daddy down. Yeah, his daddy told me, he said, Justin caught a 7.2 in the tournament. I said, why didn't you send me a picture? Well, Winston sent me a picture. So they had 15 pounds, 2.4. Fourth place was Freddie Geiger and Kenny Keaton, 14 pounds, 8.4. Malcolm Smith and Kerry Christian, 13.28. And they had over 5.7 something. And then sixth place, Rusty Capo and Quentin. They had 13.4. All them people had over 13 pounds. And that was mostly in the Lake Verret area. Now, you would think this tournament that came up this week, the fishing for Tucker, they had to weigh in at Cabela's. You would think there were a lot of people could fish anywhere. They fished the marsh, they could fish Lake Verret, they could fish the spillway. Most of the big fish come from the marsh. They were caught on jig and pig, a few of them on spinnerbaits, but most of them were fished at just different places. We've been getting a lot of reports, and they had 3 fish over 7 pounds, 2 over 6, and a bunch of them 5 that were weighed in. Some people got there and they see they didn't have a chance to win, but looking at the bags, Chef KD looked at it and he said some people didn't weigh in. They had a bunch of 5 and 6 pound fish. KD and them had 15 pounds and come in 14th or 15th. We're gonna run them totals on the screen, but we're gonna holler at the winners right now. They had the kids winners, by the way. They had a special fishing derby for the kids. Wayne Townsend, age 3, Bradley LeBaron, at age 8, Thomas Lanou, the third, at age 9, and Case Collins, age 13. So they had the kids. In first place was Kelly Wheat and Asal, they look like Clyde, but that's name is Sal Touye, 22.8. 22.18. Big bass was Justin Savoy and Austin Landry had 7.37. We got some upcoming events right now, Don. The big one coming up is March 3rd for the Merge Center. One of the big sponsors right here, the Badgerons, and then put it on, Badgeron Meat. Jerry Lane Chevrolet, also one of the big sponsors. They're working on a couple more big sponsors, so if you're interested, you can get in touch with the Badgeron Auto Merge Center, and they put you on at the all-season tournament. They're going to have a cook-off. Tremendous, a lot of prizes, a lot of stuff going on over there at the Cabela's parking lot. So the music, it's a tremendous day, and you're going to be seeing some big stringers. If there's any indication of some of the fish been coming in, you better get ready. So I'm going to tell you. Then the following weekend, Trinity Outdoors is going to be at the St. James Boat Club. Trinity Outdoors has their tournament all the time, and it's a big cookout. That's another thing. And then you got Gunning for a Cure at Stella Plantation. You was there last year and a couple of years. It benefits, that's February 24th, it benefits the Tulane Cancer Center. And mostly people that, like myself, that have bladder cancer, prostate cancer. So, and then we told y'all last week, anything outdoors, they got the Frog Rodeo March 10th and 11th. And Don, I think that's most of the upcoming ones coming up. We got one in April, but I ain't gonna tell you right now. We've got another one, it's a skeet shoot. It's for Dreams Come True. It'll be coming up in April, so a little bit early to tell you all about that. And God, I think I covered them all. If I forget, Chris gonna run it on the screen.
All right, we'll be right back with more Paradise, Louisiana.
Stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana. Voted Best of Louisiana Outdoors 3 years in a row.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, For those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
Pause moving and storage.
We just sold our house.
Congratulations.
We have 2 weeks to move.
We'll deliver a few containers.
Our new home's not ready.
No problem. You can store things with us while you're between homes.
We might need help.
We'll refer trusted packers.
We'll be staying at my brother's.
Well, that sounds...
He has kids of his own.
Well...
5 of them.
Ma'am?
Help.
Trust us for local and long-distance moving and store at our storage centers. Pods, moving and storage, solved.
Okay, Brett, safety and car insurance.
Never scored a safety. That's defense. But go on, please.
Yeah, defensive. That's exactly how you should drive.
There is no such thing as a defensive drive. Offense makes the drive.
Oh, I mean when you're on the road.
But it doesn't matter, home or away.
Okay, clearly I'm striking out here.
That's baseball.
Get great auto rates from Farm Bureau Insurance. Call your agent today.
And welcome to one of maybe our last hunting features. Hunting season's kind of wrapping up. Of course, a lot of us look forward to the turkey season. I know you don't hunt turkey, but there's still some hunting to take place. Rabbits is in. Conservation on the geese. Got what, till the end of the weekend for speckled bellies.
That's right.
Quail, particularly if you hunt on the hunting game preserves. And a little bit of snipe hunting, too, and some squirrels. So that's a fair amount left for the month of February.
If y'all trust me, I'm going to try to bring y'all this week. I'm going to try to get over there and do a speckled belly hunt. I'm going to call my buddy Jay Thomas, because they've been doing good in the Southwest right now.
Yep.
They eat up with them. I can't believe that.
Not just there, everywhere.
Kobe said they had speckled belly. What's the name? Sent me a great report. Buckley Kessler was hunting in Wright, which is right there at Gaydon. They had no trouble limiting out on specs, and they've been killing a few snow geese too also in there. Kobe Daniels is really getting excited. He got a few more dates, so if you watch this on Wednesday, he might have an opening that weekend. You want to call or go on the internet at Top Gun and call Kobe, but he is going to set up. He is going to set up some conservation hunts. He got a bunch of dates all the way to the end. You can take as many as 5 people, or if you want to, you got 10 people. You can put it together. You tell him what days you want to go. You can make a one day, or you can have cabins, but it's a lot of work involved. If you call him, you find out when you want to hunt. He sent me some great pictures on a youth hunt. They had a bunch of kids out there. They were out there at youth hunt. I don't know if Blake and them had a youth hunt, but there was a lot of people hunting in Callahoola. They did pretty good on the youth day. But one of my favorite ones, Marsh Madness sent me some pictures. Them kids with red hunt, beautiful picture. He killed his first greenhead and first limit of greenhead. So great pictures, great photos. You did everything right. Please send me the name. And Dawn Johnson, her son, and Tyler Johnson and them, they had a youth hunt. She said, what a great way to end the season. You right, Dawn. Keep it up. Now send me some fishing pictures and some more outdoor stuff coming up.
You know, that might settle that controversy. That was controversial about when they were going to put the youth dates, both dates before the season when the ducks were less wary, or put them at the end of the season when the temperatures were much colder and the ducks were more wary. But it seems like that compromise worked out.
I weighed in and got an argument with my brother. He said, no, early in the year, you're waiting and the kids are going to shoot them up and they might leave. I thought it was being selfish. I say, no, I like it early day. They mixed it.
Yeah, compromise. I think it worked out.
It worked out, especially in the north. They're still there. Cold weather. It worked out. They proved me wrong. You come back a week, everything's up. You got to go pick up decoys. You can leave them up there one more week and you can pick them up. Right. So, deer, Kobe Daniels sent us a picture. A little bit gross, but we're going to pass it anyway. His daughter, Kennedy, killed her first deer. She done rode in that truck 100 times. We went in when the brothers them killing deer. She finally killed her first deer. So, by the way, deer is plural. Thank you for not correcting me. Deers, it ain't deers, it's deer, huh? All right. Correct. Michael Stewart killed an 8-point. And Camp Belair, I didn't know where that was.
No, that's
Hunting Club in
Villeray.
Villeray?
Yeah, Camp Villeray.
And in Slidell, there, Slidell area. Yeah, he killed an 8-point, beautiful. Good job, Michael. Thank you for sending it. Rabbit hunt, Lee Castile, good friends with Kenny Haynes, Pierre Port area. In fact, they called it Pigeon Point. Him some 14 rabbits they killed in a little morning hunt. That's a great hunt. Anytime you kill anywhere from there, dogs run. And if you're looking at these dogs, I think they're yellow creeks. They didn't say, but you know, they're a little white with the thing, them saddleback. Other beagles, most time we had it, but every now and then we have a yellow creek. They're great little jump dogs. They're great little jump dogs. And that's what I got hunting, Don. I don't know if you got any reports from where they're hunting, but we talking about Nutria hunting. You know, it's coming up at the end of February, just like rabbit and squirrel. And
You mean it's winding down at the end
It's winding down. It ends. We hear people talking about the damage they're doing. My grandson and his buddies took the pro drive and went toward the Wax Lake outlet, and this is what they got right now. They got some video, and he talked about the program where they go sell the tails and everything else. So this is Blake Ashford and his friends. This is Nutria Hunt.
It's a week after duck season. As an outdoorsman, especially in Louisiana, always trying to find something to do in the outdoors. So today we're going to do something a little different. Not a whole lot of people do it, but it's a whole lot of fun. We're here at Wax Lake. We're going to be doing a little bit of Nutria hunt. Do a little bit of conserving the coast while we kill some Nutria and have a good time. So what we're doing here is we're just idling around in canals, and when we get to a group of Nutria we stop the boat, we get on the deck, and we kill our Nutria. You kill 5 a person, so we'll get our 5, and when we kill them, we'll go grab them, and we're going to try to eat some of them, see how they are, but you'll stay tuned, hopefully get some more action. Oh, nice shot! Good shot, guys. It just got out. Good shot, Matt. Got him. This wraps up our 4-man limit at Nutria today. We made a quick limit. Lots of them out there. If you're looking for something new to try, or just something to keep you occupied outside of deer, duck season, here you go. Try it out. It's a lot of fun if you like shooting. It's plenty of action. So go online, check out the rules, the laws for it, so you're not doing anything illegal. Get out there to a WMA. There's plenty of opportunities out here. Here you go. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Hey y'all, it's Sam Barbera. I'm with the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Foundation. The foundation is a nonprofit that raises funds and provides support for the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Department. We assist with numerous projects like black bear, whooping crane, bald eagle, as well as family, youth, and women's workshops. For all of the information on the foundation, visit lawff.org. We need your support to help our wildlife and fisheries. Visit lawff.org.
Ask me about my Tempur-Pedic.
Ask me how fast I fall asleep.
Why not talk to someone who's sleeping on the most highly recommended bed in America?
Ask me about staying asleep.
Tempur-Pedic owners are more satisfied than owners of any traditional mattress brand.
Ask me how it feels after 10 years.
Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America.
Ask about Tempur-Pedic at Olin's, where you know you always get the guaranteed low price. Olin's is the only store in Baton Rouge and Lafayette with the full line of Tempur-Pedics.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and with me is Mr. Mike Anderson from Mike Anderson Restaurant. A pretty big old guy. Mike, you still work out? Or
Yeah, I work out a little bit. You know, it's getting a little old though, so it's starting to hurt a little more.
Well, if anybody know, Mike Anderson has been famous. His dad is a famous LSU player and athlete and businessman around town. You're a great outdoorsman, and you're going to be part of Paradise, Louisiana in the next coming month, you and your wife, Lindsay. And that was your daughter that killed that big one over there in Kentwood, that big deer. We're going to go back and revisit that too. We got some other footage somewhere that's showing up. I didn't quite get to use, but he's one of the founders that's going to be with the
Veterans Health Foundation. Yep.
So it's another one of these things that I get involved in that really put the money where I think it ought to be going.
This foundation's fantastic too, because it's all, you know, it's geared around the families, the wives, the kids. You know, it's a lot for the veterans, but it's for their families as well.
It's a lot of support. A lot of the things these people need help, or they want their kids to come up in the outdoors. Right. And we get the kids involved when they can't.
Right, exactly.
Along with them. So,
exactly.
It's going to be one of the things we've been working with. You can put it down like with Wister Fish and Heroes Hunts and all the good ones that are out there right now. We're not telling you not to fool with them, but you keep looking at Paradise, Louisiana, and we're going to be bringing you more. But right now, you did a little hog hunt out there and around in Leeville, Golden Meadow area. Tell me what you found and what y'all did.
Well, I have a good friend of mine, Ian McGowan. He has a place right there in Golden Meadow by the Tidewater docks, you know. And I'd been asking him, I want to go catch some trout. I want to catch some trout. So we went out, trout fishing, and you know we did decent. We got some pretty nice trout for what we had to work with. The water was kind of dirty. It was just kind of nasty, but so we did that, and we went into. He goes, let's go get on some hogs. So we got some stuff. Go do a little hog hunting. So that was fun. We got a nice hog in the marsh. So it was. You
got me some video. What you got?
Yeah,
what we're gonna look at?
Yeah, we got a little video. You know, a lot of it was we were doing it with thermal hunting. We snared a bunch of them, and then the cables. We snared them with these big cables, and they were breaking all our snares. So we got a couple of them, but we were hunting with those those ATN thermal cameras, you know, and so we got some. We have a little footage with but not much with the in the swamp in the marsh with the hog, but you know it's not. We got a few pictures and all, but it's so. But it was a good hunt, good hunt, and good fish, so it was fun.
Mike. Tell me what you and Lindsay got up. Y'all stay in the outdoors, y'all stay in the woods, you keep your daughter. What you got coming up in the next month that people can see right here on Paradise, Louisiana, and we're going to have video?
Well, we got some sac-a-lay trips. We're always out there trying to do something. We got some sac-a-lay trips coming. We got some conservation hunts that we're going to do that's going to be fun. And, it all depends. We're always out there trying to, whatever the weather lets us get out there. Lindsay and I like to get out there.
Where y'all going conservation hunt?
Kind of by Crowley, out in that area. Yeah. We got a real good spot out there for.
There's a lot of birds out there right now. We talked about it earlier. This is what I know the big thing is our foundation, y'all work real hard right now. And Veterans Help, what are some of the big things you got coming up real quick that we're probably going to see on Paradise, Louisiana? I know we got another hunt with Chance. Well, we got Chance killed an exotic animal.
We got Chance that killed an exotic animal. Then we got another veteran that we're going to do a fallow hunt on with him. And then, of course, Country Club Louisiana is doing a big fundraiser for Veterans Help Foundation. There'll be a lot of activity. We'll be doing a lot of stuff with that out there. So it's coming up pretty soon.
Somebody wants to help with the Veterans Help.
You can go to...
Where's your website? Tell them how they can get in touch with you and Brett and how we can get it done. Brett.
Go to veteranshelp.org, or you can go to our Facebook page, Veterans Help, and Brent Ballard will be willing to help with the information to get you where we need to go.
That's it.
Yep.
Good. We look forward to it. Stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana.
In Louisiana, our state parks are the perfect family destination. With nearly 180 miles of trails through park grounds and historic sites, you can endlessly explore nature, try some kayaking or world-class fishing, then find the perfect campsite or settle into a cozy cabin. Louisiana is calling, and she's using her outside voice. Plan your escape today at www.lastateparks.com.
Aggressive, modern, and durable. The latest advancement in spinning has the Revo name on it, and almost a century of fishing expertise in it. No matter where your passion takes you, world-class fishing is only a Revo away.
Welcome to the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Gary, fishing reports again last week, a little tough to get. There were some good ones, particularly when the weather was good in the early part of the week. But as it headed into that terrible weekend, fewer and fewer people went out. Offshore was basically impossible. A lot of trips got canceled. People had their boats pointed towards the lump out of Venice. Just didn't want to fight 4 to 6 foot seas going out there, and I don't blame them for that. Hopefully when that finally situation calms down and get out there.
Some of them captains wanted to stay in too. You heard from Ryan too.
Absolutely,
I heard you on the radio with some of your captains. They said, I'm not going out. Huh?
Absolutely. Mike Gallo, he's not a fan of bad weather heading out into it. And especially when they got customers that are looking to have a good time. It's not a real good way to please your customers, to take them out and get them beat up and soaking wet and freezing cold. But anyway, reports are still kind of the same. Redfish dominating. If you're going to go saltwater fishing, redfish, sheephead are real active too. Trout, much more difficult to find. Keys, you got to find some clean water. It's hard to find them because of bait in the water, because you can't see the bait moving right now.
Well, what y'all caught in Delacroix the other day was amazing. Ahab was talking about that last week's show. I really liked, because he was telling them about fresh bait doing this. And a lot of things right now, some of the captains, they don't go nowhere without fresh bait. Now, you can catch them on spinner baits. They catch them fishing in the grass. But right now, them redfish are going in them holes. And the few specks that are being caught, the same thing. They catch them in them deep holes, and they catch them on regular shrimp. best
You're
friend.
talking about redfish. Look at these big bulls. That Tocqueville Bourgeois flew out to the islands. You know, they had that little calm period during the middle of the week. He got out there, and that's what you're going to find out in that surf right now at Breton Island chain, are those big bull reds. The trout have not moved in yet, but they'll come that time where you can catch them both.
That's a bucket list trip.
Absolutely.
They're booking right now. They're booking fast. I talked to them myself, and they said it's unbelievable. But as far as the coast could go, and Myrtle Gold, that's a sort of in between. The monster catfish. Them keeping them redfish over there at the Myrtle Grove Landing, and people fishing off that bank historically for years, catching redfish, like you said, over there by the canal, by the boat landing. Well, Brad Shield and Tommy Surpass were fishing over there, and they fishing. They were using bait down on the bottom, and I'm gonna tell you what, look at these monsters. But one thing about it, I want to tell them about giant blue cat. A lot of people think, you know, any kind of catfish is good in a gravy. You know, you're talking about a yellow cat is good any kind of way. But Don taught me this a long time ago. If you catch a big blue cat, you fillet it and put it on a slicer. Either bring it to your local market, you let them thin slice it, or if you got a slice at your house, you thin slice it.
You freeze it
and
first.
then fry it.
You freeze it first.
Okay, now, correct me.
Yeah, you freeze it first and then use a meat slicer because it'll hold together better while it's frozen, and cut it in those real thin strips.
Just like Menendorf's or the New Orleans.
A lot of the restaurants do that, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good deal. So thank you for that report. Going back to the Dulac area, Bubba Boudreaux and John Bernard, let me tell you what. They have been catching those redfish on a glow gulp. Glow with a glow white and a chartreuse tail under a carp, and they've been limiting it out every time they go out. So they keep sending them pictures to keep it up. Let me know. Dulac is another very good area. Toledo Bend. You want to get the best up-to-date reports right now is at Sabine Parish Tourist. Got the .com. You go. They got their fishing report. Joe Johnston gives an extensive report on where the bass are being caught, what they own, what the water stages, whatever has happened in the Sac-a-lait. I got a picture here of Gabe Patterson and Katie Medier. They got some beautiful Sac-a-lait. They caught it Toledo Bend. I got the marsh down in Bayou Black in that area, the Bayou Black pension area. They've been also catching a lot of catfish there. They're catching bass, small bass, big bass. You look at the tournament reports, how many big bass were coming out of there? It's over 7 pounds. They got Sac-a-lait, the shell crackers are still running on. And our old friends, Glenn and Judy Prestonback, the cold, windy day, they were slow rolling little spinners. You call them beetle spins or whatever. They've been trying a new bait. They called out a June bug and chartreuse and a bluegrass, whatever they call it. And they said they couldn't keep the small bass off their bait. So, and then most of the freshwater fish I was hearing right now, the spillway got muddy because of the rain. That same thing with Lake Barrett, just 2 weeks. They gonna all turn on. If that water keeps falling, north wind blows out some more water, but not a whole lot of rain, get ready. I looked at the Amy River or the Florida Pass rivers. That rain brought them up. They're already going down right now. This is a great time for them. I've been getting reports from the Pearl River, but you should have more than that. And you talked to Jeff Brewer. Did you got any report from Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff said it's picking up over there. Fishing's getting steady, and when we get those results in from that last tournament, that dockside, that'll probably tell us a little more. But there was some pretty big fish for the Pearl that came out of that area. Another area that's producing is a Bayou Lacombe. They're catching some nice bass in there, and some of those canals around the Tchefuncte River, the ones that go branch off towards Madisonville, the Covington area, they're doing pretty good in there. And I'm really waiting to get some good Sac-a-lait reports from there. It's time for that to happen. You know, the one report I've been getting a lot of requests for? The crawfish report. What are you hearing on? Everybody wants to know, when are the crawfish going to be cheap? I don't know if they're going to be cheap.
I don't know when they're going to be cheap, but you know, we got our friend over there in Abbeville. You know, I made a goose hunt. The last 2 years I made goose hunt. He brings out boiled crawfish, and we'll make a goose hunt over there in Abbeville with
it's a good combination.
Goose Guys Incorporated. He might still be doing some hunts too. I should have mentioned his name. Clint over there, he's one of the best when he's bringing them in. But yeah, you know, what's the name of that place? You know him, remember, crawfish?
Crawfish Haven, yeah, it's
Yeah.
in Kaplan. You know, another real popular do-it-yourself crawfishing spot is the Pearl River. And I've been checking over there, and nobody's in there. You can always tell. There's going to be trucks pulled off the side of the interstate when the crawfish start to run in there. I guess the water's still a little too high to get in there and work the nets.
But these ponds, these crawfish ponds, they in there working. You look, you see all them little red flags on these on them traps sitting out there. You know, go ask them. They might let you catch them, or but they're usually selling to those suppliers right now, and they'll be coming down. They're getting right now. We got lint on the way. You'd be surprised.
I hear there's a movement to stop boiling crawfish live. You know, they got a controversy up in Maine about the lobster, that they have to be euthanized before you can boil. I don't think that's going to fly here in Louisiana. What do you think?
Yeah,
Not much chance?
Well, we're going to put something in that water when you wash them, maybe, because when you come out of the swamp crawfish, you got to purge them a little bit.
Louisiana crawfish is proud to get into that boil. We'll see you back again next week. Don't forget, send us your pictures of your latest kills and also your catches to Gary at ParadiseLouisiana.com. Remember, if you're shooting with that cell phone like most people do, turn it horizontally. Fits our screen much better. And we'll see you next week with Paradise, Louisiana.
Paradise, Louisiana is presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Pods, moving and storage solved. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. And by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.